Alrighty guys, so welcome to VIBS 243, Introduction to Mammalian Histology. I'm glad you guys made it to this video. So what we're going to be doing in this video is just kind of introducing you to the course, introducing you to many of the activities, all of the bonus activities, everything that we have, as well as just kind of how the course is going to work. Just because there is a lot that goes on, and I know, with this whole online learning thing, you guys might be a little bit overwhelmed. So I did want to make this video just to explain to you guys how everything's going to work, how everything is set up on Canvas as well. Okay. So just a little bit about me. So this is a lovely picture of me right here. My name is Jubilee Brown. I'm one of the many TAs that you guys are going to have in this course. As you go throughout the course, you'll start to realize we do have a lot of TAs. This is a very TA heavy course. So this is me. I'm one of the TAs here. I did graduate from Texas A&M. My major was biomedical sciences. I was the class of 2019. And then currently I am a second year student at the vet school here at A&M as well. So I am the class of 2023. Okay. So here is just a little slide to tell you all about your TAs. This is just kind of their contact information. We do have a lot of TAs, as you can see, but you'll start to realize that this is a very TA heavy course. We do have a lot of resources for you guys, and so we do really encourage you guys to reach out, ask us questions. We are here to help. That is our job. That is what we love to do. So please feel free to contact any of us with any questions you have, okay? And then another thing that I do just want you guys to know is, all of our TAs are VIBS majors. I know most of you guys in this class are VIBS majors as well. So if you do have any questions that don't regard specifically to this class, but if you're pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dent, anything like that, and you do have questions in regards to that, in regards to just getting through college, anything like that, please feel free to ask us questions, okay? Because that's what we're here for as well. Alright, so just a little course overview of this course. We do have a lot that goes on, so I did just want to explain that a little bit to you guys. So every week what we're going to have, and I'll show you this all in a little bit, okay? So I'll show you this actually on Canvas and everything. But every week we do have online lectures. So these are lectures that Dr. Johnson has so kindly recorded for you guys. So they are already posted. They're on the VIBS Histology YouTube page. We also have links to them all over Canvas for you to find them. And so those are going to be for every topic that we cover each week. And we will ask that you guys do watch those lectures before you show up to class, okay? Before you show up to your assigned class lectures, okay? So in those class lectures, we're going to be doing kind of an abbreviated version or summary of those, where we can answer any of your questions, and that's what's going to be via Zoom, okay? And that's what's going to be during your assigned class time on Howdy, okay? So those are the lectures every week. You've got them in two forms, and then every week you are going to have a quiz, okay? Those are going to be 20 points, but you have 2 bonus questions that will grade after you submit your quiz. So you could potentially get a 24 out of 20 on every quiz that we have, okay? So all of those every week are going to open Thursday at noon and close Friday at midnight. They are open notes, so we encourage you to, take great notes, have those open and help you take your quizzes. The only thing I will say is that your midterm and your final are closed note, okay? So we don't want any confusion about that. Your quizzes are open note. Feel free to have those open, but you do need to know what's going on. You need to learn something because your midterm and final will be closed note, okay? And those will be proctored via Zoom. All right, so your midterm is going to be quizzes 1 through 6. Final is going to be quizzes 7 through 12, and those are going to be worth 325 points each, but they will have bonus questions on them as well, just like your quizzes do. Okay. Another part of the graded portion of this course is going to be the clinical correlation. So that's a group project, and I'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Okay. And then we also have a lot of extra credit or other opportunities for you guys. So these are what you have to do. Okay, these are things that you can do, but we highly encourage you to do. And that is just because the midterm and the final, as well as the quizzes a little bit, are pretty hard. Okay. And this is a very extra credit heavy course. And so I will tell you, if you do the extra credit, if you try on the extra credit, not only are you going to get those bonus points, but you're going to understand things better. You're going to do better on your midterm and your final. And this course shouldn't be too hard as long as you do that. Okay, that's the main thing that we really ask of you guys, is to try. And so as long as you're trying, we're going to give you those bonus points. Okay, so that is why we have a lot of them. So as far as your bonus points goes, every week you're going to have a TA review. It'll be much like this. They're all TA reviews that I've recorded in the past. In past semesters, since we've switched to this online format. So those are all posted on Canvas and on YouTube. You can watch those. And then there will be a brief, short assignment that you can fill out, submit to Canvas, and you'll get 5 points of extra credit for that. Okay. Every week as well, you'll have an identification assignment that is also on Canvas. You can fill it out, submit it to Canvas. You will get 1 point of extra credit every week for that. Okay. And then every week again, you will also have help desk. So that is kind of more like an individual question asking, learning type thing, where you can meet with individual TAs during their help desk times. You can ask them individual questions, everything like that. And as long as you participate in help desk, you'll get 3 points of extra credit just for showing up every week. Okay. And help desk is open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 11 to 4. We have different TAs coming in and out at all different times. There is a giant schedule that I can show you guys. I'll show it to you in a second, where you can see which TAs are open at different times. Okay, so as you can see, that's a lot of extra credit that we have for you guys every week. We do really encourage you guys to do all of them every week, because not only is it going to help you understand, which is our main goal, right, but it's also going to help you in the course with all the extra credit. So we're really giving you that extra credit to incentivize you to take responsibility for all of these extra resources and get those done. Okay, and then every week we are also going to have practice quizzes. So all of your quizzes you get 2 attempts for, and we'll take the highest grade, but we also give you a practice quiz, and that one does not count for a grade. So that's just something that you can do. It doesn't hurt you, it doesn't help you as far as your grade goes, but it is going to help you feel more prepared once you do take those 2 attempts that will count for a grade. Okay, and again, we'll take the highest grade for those quizzes. Alrighty, and then we have 2 more bonus activities for you guys, and those are in the beginning of this semester, so I'm glad you're watching this video so you can know about these and get these done. They're really quick. So the first one is going to be the syllabus quiz. That's just, again, to reaffirm that you've either watched this video or read the syllabus, and that is going to be 25 points of extra credit. Okay, so that's super quick, super easy. Encourage you guys to do that. And then we also have the self-introduction activity. That's just to get you introduced to some of the topics we're going to cover this semester, as well as for us to get introduced to you. Okay, so that's a really quick activity that you can do, also worth 25 points of extra credit. Okay, so we do have a lot of opportunities for you guys, and we really encourage you guys to take advantage of that. Okay. So to take full advantage of all our resources, this is kind of what you'll do every week, right? So you'll watch the lecture videos on YouTube. You'll come to class, listen to that lecture. You'll do the TA review video and assignment. You can do the identification assignment, and then go to help desk, okay? We also have question banks for every quiz every week. And so those are kind of potential questions that you could get, okay? And I'll show you those in just a second, but it'll show you it's a big bank of questions. It won't have the answers, and so we do encourage you guys to work on those. That's a great thing to do at help desk, is to either work through those with a TA or do them on your own and ask them about the ones that you're more worried about or that you need more explanation on. We have those practice quizzes I talked about. We give you 2 attempts on every quiz, and then we do also have a student group meet. So that's what this QR code is for. So if you could, pause the video or whatever, join through this QR code. This is where our student group meet is going to be. We do use it pretty heavily every semester, and that's just a great place for you to ask all of your peers as well as our TAs to get kind of a quicker answer on something that you're struggling with or something you need clarification on. Okay. And so we are pretty quick about responding here. You can also direct message any of the TAs. You can text me or Kendall. We don't really care, and we'll get a response back to you as quick as possible. Okay, so this is to kind of circumvent everybody emailing Dr. Johnson with his questions, because he does get a lot of emails, and it may take him a little longer to get back to you. Alrighty, and then I will quickly go over your clinical correlation project, just kind of tell you guys what we're looking for. So this is a project, like a semester-long project that we're going to be working on. And so what it is it's 110 points out of 1,000 points of your grade, right? So it is kind of a big chunk. And so what it is it's your turn to be the teacher, right? It's your opportunity to teach us for once. And so we want you to deeply explain things, right? Not just list things. If I was a professor and I just went up there and I told you all of the symptoms of cancer and I didn't explain anything behind it, you would not think that I was a very good teacher, right? Because I'm not explaining everything. So this is what we want you guys to do, is we don't want you to just list things, right? So I said that don't just list things. So right, you're going to have 2 diseases. You're going to talk about the causes, symptoms, diagnosis, treatment of 2 specific diseases pertaining to your assigned topic, right? And so I don't want you to just sit there, list the symptoms of this specific disease. I want you to explain why those symptoms are happening, right? Why those symptoms relate to the underlying cause of this disease, okay? So you're going to do that with your group. I will assign you guys groups. Most of you guys should be already assigned right now. You can check under the groups section of Canvas. But 4 to 5 of you guys will be assigned a topic and a TA to help you with that. Again, you're going to talk about 2 diseases related to your assigned topic. That whole thing's going to be worth 80 points. And you're going to make an online presentation with each other. So you can do that via Zoom, you can do it however you want, but you'll just need to record it, upload it to YouTube or something like that, and then submit it to us through Canvas, okay? And then 5 points of that will be through the discussion portion of Canvas. So those are just kind of participation points, and I'll show you guys that in a second as well, okay? So that's the group part of the clinical correlation project. And then there's also an individual part. That's just where you're going to do a short 1 to 2 page essay, and you're going to elaborate on your understanding of one of those diseases, okay? So that's just to hold you responsible. Make sure you actually did learn something, okay? So my little spiel about the clinical correlation project is a lot of the time students that think they should have gotten a higher grade than what they did is because they did exactly what I was telling you guys earlier, right? Is they list things, they list the symptoms and stuff like that, right? So my kind of general example is if I tell you the treatment of a cut is a Band-Aid, right? And I just move on. That doesn't really explain anything to you guys, and it really doesn't make me a good teacher, right? So if I take that a little further and I say the treatment of a cut is a Band-Aid, and that is because we want to protect that cut from getting reinfected, everything like that. We want to protect it from the outside environment so that it can heal on its own and so that it doesn't get infected. That explains it better, okay? So that's kind of what I want you guys to do, is I really want you guys to be the teachers. I don't want you to just have a PowerPoint up there and list off the treatments, list off the symptoms. I want you to tell me why you'd be feeling those symptoms, why you'd be getting those treatments, okay? So yeah, hopefully that explains that a little bit. So we are going to hop on over to Canvas. So let's see. So I'm just going to go over this a little bit for you guys. So this should be what you guys see once you do have access to Canvas. That should be shortly here. But so this is what you'll see. This is your little home page and everything. And so you've got your little home page. You've got your syllabus on here. So I encourage you guys. This is like an abbreviated syllabus that I put on here. It's just got the schedule and everything. But if you click on this link right here, that will give you the full syllabus. So you can look at it there. Okay, so there's your full syllabus that you can read. And then if you go to your modules, that's where you'll be spending most of your time. So this is where all of our materials and everything for every week are. So every week we're going to be covering a different module, a different topic, and so within that module are all your assignments and everything. Okay, then I'll start up here. So if we go to the Start Here button, So this is what's going to have your TA info. I will also put the link to this video I'm recording right now right here for you guys to find it. But this is what's going to have your little TA contact info, so you can see this. It tells you all about us, some little fun facts, contact information, all of that. And then you can click on here. This is our full schedule of TAs that we have, so it's a little bit complicated. But this is the help desk schedule. I will be putting your TA's individual Zoom links on here. So this is just telling you, if you want to go to help desk, let's say on Tuesday at 3, you can look here and you can say, okay, Tiffany, Shelby, and Anna both have help desk right now, and it'll have their help desk ID, so you can join that, right? If you'd want to go Wednesday at 1, Tiffany, Megan, and Suman will have help desk at that time, okay? So that's just for you to use. This is also our TA master schedule, so if you really want, this is what you can look at, and this tells you everything that we're doing, but it's a little more complicated, so don't feel like you have to look at that. So that's just the start here button. We also have, so this is what I was telling you, so these are the little introductory activities that we have for you guys. So there's the syllabus quiz. It's worth 0 points, and we'll give you 25 extra credit points for it. But you can go ahead and take this as soon as you want. So there's that for you. Here's our self-introduction activity. It does have all of the instructions as well as the document that you'll download, fill out, complete, and then you can submit it right here. Okay. Let's see, and then we've got a bunch of resources for you guys. So there's the lecture Zoom link. We've got Atlas slide links, a bunch of review stuff, as well as a bunch of just images for you guys to study. Alright, and then here's more stuff about the clinical correlation project. So we've got the full rubric here. That's going to outline everything that you need, so you can click on that. This will tell you all about everything that we're doing, all your due dates, and it's got everything broken down by points. And then here are those assignments. So this is going to be, so these are those discussion points I was talking to you guys about. It is outlined in detail what you're going to do for those points right here. But this is what you'll do for those 5 points. It's got the instructions and everything. You can make a little reply and get started on that if you wanted. And then here is where one of your group members will upload your group presentation. And then here's where you'll do your individual essay by yourself. Okay? And it's got the due dates and everything on there. And then, so every week we will be covering a module. Okay, so for this first week of class, just because of the way, scheduling worked out and everything, what we are going to do is we're not going to have a quiz this week. We're going to start that next week. Okay, so this week what we want you guys to do is really just get started, watch this video, which I'm glad you're doing, start doing the self-introduction activity and the syllabus quiz. Okay, so just kind of get introduced to the course. Okay, and then next week what we're going to start off with is Module 1. So that's Introduction to Cells, Tissues, and Microscopy. Okay, so for every single one of these modules, you're going to have your material. So this is where you'll have those lecture videos I was talking about. Right, so these are the lecture videos. There's a link to them. And here, Dr. Johnson is going to get started trying to teach you that. Okay, so you can click on those, watch those. They're all there, and then here are the raw PowerPoints and PDF slides if you did want to take notes on those. Okay, so we've got those for every week. Here are those question banks I was talking to you guys about. So if you click on one of these, it will take you to a large bank of a bunch of unanswered questions. Okay, so this is a good way to get started, seeing how much you understand, what else you need to study and work on. And this is a great thing to ask questions about in Help Desk if you're struggling with these. Okay. And then, let's see. So we've got question banks. And then here we've got the extra credit for every week. So like I said, we've got an identification activity. So this is worth 1 point of extra credit. It'll tell you that there. If you click right here, this is going to be your identification activity. So it's super quick. You'll just click on these links. The instructions are all here. You'll click on these links and you'll find whatever we need you to identify. Okay, so whatever you need to identify, you'll attach an image of that, and then you can upload your assignment right here. Okay, and again, that's for 1 point of extra credit. Here is help desk. So for help desk, you won't need to submit anything, but it does have the instructions for help desk, so you can click on here. And this is just, again, another place for you to see all of the Zoom links, right? So this is the same thing that I showed you guys earlier. It's just editable and everything. So you can say, okay, it's Tuesday at 11. Hayden, Kendall, and Emily are both on help desk. And eventually I will update these links so it'll have all of their information so you can go on to their Zoom, okay? And so when you go on the help desk, there's going to be a TA there. You can pick whichever TA at whatever time you want. All we ask that you do, and the instructions are right here, is you must type a content-based question into the chat. So you can ask it verbally, but we also ask that you type it out, and that's just for the TAs to be able to record that you did participate. So as long as you do that at some point while you're in help desk asking a bunch of questions, they will give you credit and they will add that in for you, those 3 points of extra credit for that week. Okay. So that's help desk, and then every week you will have a TA review as well. So these are all the things that I recorded, and so right here there's the link to another YouTube video. Hi everybody. So there's me talking. So these are all of my little videos that I've made for you guys. These are kind of like in a condensed, quick and dirty version of what you're covering that week. I do try to keep them kind of short, and I do kind of explain the broader concepts. A lot of students really like them because it does kind of give you a good general idea of what we're learning about that week. Okay, so you can watch those, and you can speed them up, you can slow them down, pause, fast forward, rewind if you want while you're watching those. I think I talk really slowly, so feel free to speed me up, I don't care. And then you'll fill out this worksheet right here, okay? And so this is what you'll submit for those 5 points of extra credit. That's just to prove that you did watch the video. So pretty much if you watch the video, this should be really easy to fill out because word for word I talk about all of these things, okay? So that should be pretty easy. You'll submit that there, and we'll give you those 5 points of extra credit. Okay, and then every week you have these quizzes. So I said there is a practice quiz. This is already available to you guys. As soon as Canvas is available, you'll be able to see that. So I did some practice ones to make sure, but most of the time I will give you guys 1 attempt on each practice quiz. But for this first week, I'll give you guys 3. So you can go through there as many times as you want. You don't have to worry about getting them right, and you can take those quizzes. Okay, so there's the practice quiz. Again, that one does not count towards your final grade. It doesn't help you, it doesn't hurt you, it's just there for you to practice. This is your quiz that is for a grade. You'll get 2 attempts on it, and it is always open noon on Thursday to midnight on Friday. Alrighty. And then if you do not do the quiz by midnight on Friday, we do have a quiz makeup available. Again, that the makeup isn't just, okay, I didn't do as well as I wanted on the quiz, can I do the makeup? It's, I had some sort of excuse, my cat died, something like that, to where you couldn't take this quiz, so we need to give you access to the makeup. Okay, and so we will give you access to that. Then it'll be due Tuesday, but it will not have the extra credit questions. Okay, so quiz 1, it's worth 20 points, but you'll have 2 extra credit questions, so you could get a 24 out of 20. The makeups will not have that extra credit for you, okay, so you can only get a 20. And we will go back in and manually grade this after you've submitted it, if you do have to do the makeup, okay? So hopefully that explains everything for you guys. So these are all the modules. They're all broken down. They all have the same things. They're just all the different topics we'll learn about every week. So that's in your modules. You don't really have to click on assignments or quizzes because it's just all of these that are already here. They're just not broken down by every week, so it's a little more confusing to go there. Discussions. This is where that clinical correlation post was that I showed you earlier. So that's the same thing, the link's all in modules. And then your grades are here. So this will show you all your grades every week once we update them. I do suggest you sort them by modules just because it's easier. And then if you go to people, this should tell you, sorry, don't look at that. This should tell you what group you're in. Okay, so these are your clinical correlation groups that you guys can get in contact with and get started on. Okay, and so hopefully that clears everything up for you guys. Hopefully that clears everything up for you guys. If you guys do have any questions after this, join the group me, send me an email, send me a text. Feel free to ask anything that you are unclear about. But at the end of the day, we really want you guys to enjoy this course. We really want you guys to learn something. That's obviously our biggest goal. But we want you to have fun doing it. Okay, so we really do want this course to be enjoyable, to be manageable for you guys. So if you do have any questions, if you do feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you don't really know what's going on, what's expected of you, yada, 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 feel free to reach out. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to do. That's what we love to do. That's why we signed up for that. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and good luck this semester.